Arun sir, I have already shared my screen, whether it is visible.
Sanjay sir, it is visible, sir.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. So, Arun sir, we can start now.
Sir, we can wait for 5 minutes, sir, or we can start.
Because it is time limitations are there, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
40 minutes time limitations are there. Within half an hour, I will complete. Then some 10 minutes you will be taking for introduction and closing the session, sir.
Okay, sir. Then we can start. Rajan, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can start, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon to one all present here. So I welcome the resource persons and the participants for today's webinar on business model canvas. So everyone is aware that today, whether it is the central government or the state governments, they are focusing mainly on the entrepreneurships. So previously it was that we have to go for employment, and nowadays what is happening here, the governments, now they realize that what is happening here, instead of going for the placements, they are insisting on the students to go for this entrepreneurship, starting on this entrepreneurship. So you can see in the daily newspapers, we are seeing the news that the state government as well as the central government, they're focusing mainly on the entrepreneurships, and they're coming with a lot of initiatives. They're just coming up with a lot of awareness camps, and they are ready to go for the financial supports, as well as they're going for this technological transfer. Like this, they're doing a lot of things to motivate the students to become the entrepreneur. So in this regard, we have a wonderful resource persons who is having a good experience in this entrepreneurships. So I welcome Dr. Professor Sanjay Singh to handle the sessions on business model canvas for the students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to thank my principal, respected Dr. R. Sasi Kumar, IIC President, Dr. Arun Kumar Madhuappan, and the convener of the session, Dr. N. Rajan, a professor and head Mechanical Engineering Department, for giving me an opportunity to have an interaction with you all participants. Though many of the activities, many of the programs related to innovation, entrepreneurship, as it was correctly described by Dr. N. Rajan sir, that it was conducted earlier, and something new it is not there, which we are going to talk about. It's all related to innovation, entrepreneurship, and this business model. So everywhere, even in entrepreneurship, there used to be a business model. Startup, there used to be a business model. So that business model which we are going to talk today, it is more or less similar to the program which we conducted on 22nd of this month. That was on World Entrepreneurs Day. So similar to that, it is there. So let me take this opportunity to thank everyone and sparing your valuable time for some time. So I will be taking very less time due to the time limitations of this Zoom. I am having only 2-3 slides, and as informations are very well familiar to everyone, I hope that understanding will not take much time. Some students have also attended are attending this program, I have seen. So it's very good that students, they have taken interest to come forward for attending the session, and very soon when they will be coming to the institute, when we will be conducting some physical sessions with face-to-face mode, then some more programs will be conducted at that time. So thank you very much, my dear students. Let me move to my next slide. And this was the poster which we have already shown to everyone. Yes. So this is business model canvas. Actually, what it is. So business model is any type of activity which used to be of commercial in nature. So any activity commercial in nature with a well-defined purpose. Yes, of course, with a well-defined purpose, and a well-defined procedure needs to be followed for accomplishing all those activity. A well-defined procedure. Simultaneously, it is having a well-defined target. So that well-defined target, everything is planning. So this planning of the commercial activity with a well-defined purpose, I request participants to mute themselves, or otherwise I am muting them. Whenever you want to have a talk, then you can unmute yourself. Fine. So a well-defined procedure and a well-defined target means audience, customers. And lastly, what for this activity? It is for getting benefit, some revenue in terms of profit. So that type of commercial activity which needs extensive planning with all aspects, which we are going to talk now in next slide, that is called a business model. And canvassing means in order to make a plan what we are doing so that it should become a successful venture, that is called canvas. Going to next slide. Okay. So what are the requirements for a business model? When we go for making a business model, we sit at one place and we start thinking about something. So what are the clarity which should be there in the mind of a person who wants to have a business model? So that is, what do we want to offer? What actually we are going to do in this particular business? So that clarity is required. Second clarity is who will be the customers? Who will be the customers? So that particular part, if I am going to make any engineering product, if I am going to make a bicycle, so I am going for making bicycle only for children, small bicycles, then my customers will be only children. Means, although parents, of course, parents are only coming and purchasing, but the main customers, children only will be coming and choosing those bicycles. But if I will be going for variety, for adults also, for gear cycle also, those who are taking part in racing competitions and all. So in that way, variety can be introduced at a later stage, of course. But before that, I have to be very clear that if I am going to enter in a particular business, who will be my customer? Then third clarity, which is required very much, that what kind of infrastructure required to do the proposed business, which I am proposing, I want to go for that business. So what type of infrastructure it is required? So that particular information is required very much. Then the main clarity, the very important clarity is whether the financial requirement I am meeting with or not. So the money requirement is there. For to start anything, there will be a requirement of money. Of course, we need some type of building. We need some type of furnitures. We need some type of equipments. Vehicles, sometimes it will be required. Even it is some small vehicles, rickshaws, auto rickshaws, something is required. So for everything, money is required. So whether we do have that financial viability, that is called financial viability, it is there or not. So this particular part, these things have to be very, very cleared and it should have full clarity on the mind of the person who is going for a business model. Next. So the components, what are the main components of this business model? Means how we can go for planning. So I have already made it as strategic management. We have to go for an intensive planning. What type of strategy I am going to follow? If I am going to start a business, what type of strategy? Let me say that I want to open a tea shop. Then I have to think over that, okay, I am going to open a tea shop, right? Which place, which location I am going to open? If I will find that the location which I am choosing, already 10 tea shops are there, in that condition, I may be facing a lot of competition. My strategy has to be changed. But if I will see that there is no tea stall, and some people, they are desperately coming and saying that if any tea stall would be here, then it would be good, many people. So that is called market strategy or market study. Then at that place, if tea stall is kept, then certainly benefit will be there. So that type of strategy has to be made, has to be studied properly before going for any type of new business models. Then what type of business tool I am going to utilize it? So each and every business is having different tools. What type of business tool I am going to use? Which type of transportation facility I am going to use for it? Whether I will be going to the market and procuring, whether I will be having a contact with other vendors who will be bringing the items to my shop itself. So these all are coming under the business tools. Then visualizing or predicting. I have to predict, I have to visualize that at what stage my business will be. If today it is, tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't mean that only in a single day. Here, tomorrow means sometimes after 3 years, after 5 years, we have to make some plan that yes, this is only called vision and mission. Of course, everybody is aware about vision and mission. Each and every entity, each and every activity starts with vision and mission. There is no doubt in that. Each and every activity I am saying. I am not talking about entity, which is a bigger organization. Even our college, our university is having vision and mission. And we are working on that vision and mission, not only for 5 years. We are predicting, we are making a strategy for 25 years. After 5 years, this one will be, after 10 years, after 15 years, and after 25 years, what it will be. So that vision and mission for the institution. Here the vision and mission for a small business model, okay, no problem. But it will be having a business vision and mission. And accordingly, we need to work. Building blocks. What are the building blocks? Means what type of components we are going to place. I want to hire some of the people to run the business. I want to have this much furniture. I want to have this much. If I told that tea stall, if I am going to open, I should have a gas stove. I should have a container. I should place that hygienic conditions should be there. Cleaning facilities should be there. Tap water should be available there, or stored water should be available. Tea cups and all it is required, whether it is how much standard one it is. So all these things are building blocks. So these building blocks have to be thought very carefully. See, this business model is not directly entering. We are not talking about starting the entrepreneurship instantly. Business model says that before starting any type of entrepreneurship, before starting any type of startup, we must go for canvassing a business model. Canvassing a business model means it needs extensive thinking. It needs extensive planning. It needs extensive strategic management. It needs a tool. It needs us to frame vision and mission. And it needs to think for all the requirements of these building blocks. Vision or purpose, I have already described. Objectives, what can be the objectives? What are the objectives? Why I want to set this one? Whether really it is going to get benefit or not. As I told that the main important thing is the activity which should give revenue in return. That is called business model here. My dear friend, please do not take this business model as going for some social service. Social service is for the satisfaction of humanity. For the human being, service is being provided. That will not be coming under business model. Here, business word refers to earning a revenue, earning some type of profit. If I am putting 100 rupees, I must get 150 rupees or more than 100 rupees, 100% I should get. Then only it can be called a successful business model. If I am getting 80 rupees, when I have invested 100 rupees, then it is not a very good business model. Then I have not canvassed very good planning actually. So customers, and what type of service to be provided, in which way the customers will be getting satisfied. So right hand side, I have placed that in pink color box. So this is called actually 9 components of a business model, especially 9 components. So key partners, who are the partners in this business model, key activities, important activities which we are going to do, resources, as I told, that building blocks. So similarly, that resources, value propositions means addition of value to the product. Day by day, my tea should become more and more tastier. People should like it. People should get attracted towards it. That is called value proposition. Today, I am not using any elakai in my tea, but tomorrow I must use it. Day after tomorrow, I should start using some ginger also. So in this way, what we are doing, we are adding value. So that value is being added, and then only commercialization will go. It will expand its wings. That commercialization will expand its wings. Then we may be in a position that after some day, we will be able to open some 2 or 3 branches. We have started with 1 branch, some 2 or 3 branches can be opened. Customer relationship, customer satisfaction is very, very required. Nowadays, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, you all are aware that everybody is asking for feedback. Everybody is asking for feedback. Please give me feedback, sir. A person is coming to our home, delivers the product, Flipkart, Amazon, anything. Sir, please give the feedback, whether you are satisfied or not. In which way we can improve the service. So this is coming under customer relationship. So customer segments, which type of customers will come to me? If suppose I am putting a tea stall in a very savvy place, or you can say very small tea stall, maybe initially, sometimes the people belonging to high profile society, they will not be coming. Yes, I know. Some people, those who are working nearby, they may come. So my target will be first to satisfy them. And then when the value propositions, this particular component will be enhancing more and more, sometimes you would have seen that many of the cars are stopping in a very small hut-like shop. It is made of simple hut. Then also many cars are coming and standing, and people, they are enjoying the dish which is being made in that particular part. In Salem, in Kakapalayam, everywhere it is famous. So like this, value propositions has to be done. So that customer segments have to be increased more and more. Channels, what type of channel I am going to utilize it for my publicity? What type of channel I am going to use for attracting more and more customers? I may go for advertising some day later, not now. Okay, so this is called channelizing. And cost is very, very important. So cost structure, initially we may be going for less cost. Then sometimes when value is getting added, value propositions are there, we may be increasing more and more ingredients. When the product value is getting more and more costlier, market product is becoming costlier. Naturally, when input material will be costlier, then output component also will become costlier. There is no doubt in that. So that cost structure has to be pre-planned. Fine. So the advantage and disadvantage of this business model. So advantage is commercialization. We may go for a commercial scale. We may go for a scaling up that commercial product which we have done it. And what is that? It is the idea which is taken to the market for creating revenue. So once again, I am telling to each and every one that it is not for the services which are provided to the society. In terms of our human effort, kindness, generosity, going and helping people in the villages. So that type of service is not coming under the category of business model canvas. Here, everything is coming under the category of putting some input resources, having a good planning, and after that, putting it into the market, and then getting revenue, getting profit, getting money in return for it. So that is only the advantage. So advantage is one can become a good businessman. One can become, you can say, good businessman doesn't mean that only one should concentrate on that particular component of earning only. As I told, he or she may go for the service to the society, simultaneously earning money also. Okay, so money earning is another part. Serving to the society, to the underprivileged or to the poor people, to the villages, it is different. If a person earned money and then he is utilizing it for creating a school, for building a school in a village for the benefit of children, it is very, very good. So that type of services are required from high profile business persons also, and they are doing it. Yes, of course. As a corporate social responsibility, that is given a separate term, corporate social responsibility, CSR, people they are doing. Even we engineering institutes, they are also having some type of social responsibility, which we are also doing. We are going and adopting villages. What for? It is for the benefit. It is for the development of the villages. So that is social responsibility. That is different. Earning money is different. So business model makes a person to earn money. Disadvantage, competition. Yes, of course. In present scenario, in that strategic management, as I told that one has to clearly think over that if tomorrow there will be a heavy competition, some more competitors will jump. Yes, of course. Then how the business will run at that time? What strategy will be followed? What value propositions or value additions will be done to make the product more attractive in that competitive conditions also? So there will be a competition. And some other external factors which may be beyond control of the person, which may be beyond the control of the person, which one will not be able to think of now. Like if I will say that the external factor is some type of earthquake, natural factors are there, earthquake. So in that condition, we may not be, so one should have that strategic planning. So one should have some financial reserve for that, so that immediately that particular business can be revived. So when we are earning money, when a business person, he started earning money, from that time onwards, he should start saving money also in order to meet these, you can say, natural circumstances, which is beyond our control. That has to be done. Fine. So I am coming to the last point in this conclusion part. So as I told that it is a careful, very, very careful. We want to start a business model. Yes, of course. So that canvassing means bringing the thoughts from all over. Sitting and thinking. Extensive thinking, not one day thinking, 2 day thinking. Have a thinking of more number of days. Many of the students are there, and I am very happy to say that in our group, in the participants group, many are successful entrepreneurs. Many are high profile, high business persons, we can say. So they have not created that empire of that business within a single day. They spend restless nights. They spend we can say that a lot of money from their own pocket. They took a high amount of risk. So these ventures, when they want to start, everything is there. Risk is also there. Without risk, no gain. That is true. So that risk has to be taken. This is also coming under this business model canvas. So one has to think very, very carefully whenever one is going for modeling a business. See, modeling a business can be a different modeling a business. There can be many model, fashion model, we can say. Then going for product related modeling, textile models. So what is there when we are going for types of business models? So as per the product, separate business products are there. Yes, of course, as per the product, different strategies are there. As per the product, different models are there. So I have not gone for in detail that what are the different business models are there. So business models are specified product related. So accordingly, the strategy also will get changed. Accordingly, vision and mission also will be changing. Accordingly, the building blocks also will be changing. And the 9 components which I told for business model, it may also have little change. But the main 9 components, it will be there compulsorily. It may have some little 1 or 2, some changes will be there, slight changes, but it will be having those things compulsorily. So extensive thought process, proper planning and discussion with experts. So when in olden days, you can say, or we can say that in olden days, this much thinking was not there. Yes, of course, because tools were not available. Much more optional tools were not available. Today, due to the advancement of technology, due to the digitalization, some more tools have come. Advertisement related products are there. We can go for extensive advertisement. Immediately one can reach all over India or all over the world about that product. So that type of facility is available. In olden days, it was not available. So in olden days, it was that business model was specifically, we can say that region centric or location centric it was. But now it has become worldwide. If we are opening one small tea shop here today, maybe in Delhi, if it will get very much popular, the people who are in Delhi, they will come to know about that tea shop. During that COVID, we came to know about that one small snacks seller or food sellers. A small businessman was there in Delhi. We came to know about him. Many of the persons, some of the students, they went there and they kept that video viral. Immediately, his selling has started like anything. So this type of things are there now. Tools are available. Earlier, those tools were not available. At that time, people, they were taking only risk. And that much planning was also not there because resources were not much. But now everything has to be thought properly. And then only if one is entering with proper planning. So the risk component is getting narrowed down. Risk component will be less. So proper discussion with experts is required before converting the idea into a commercial business model. So that is the main business model which I wanted to talk to you. I hope that you all have understood what I have told, and the same type of session we will be conducting on some other day, because now practical examinations are also going on. Faculty are also involved in many of the activities. So we have kept this program is a very short program because we have to complete this IIC activity at the earliest. Today is the last IIC activity we are conducting. So that's why we have conducted this program, and I am coming back to last. Thank you. So thank you very much. Once again, thanks to the organizer, to my principal, to Dr. N. Rajan, to Dr. Arun Kumar Madhuappan, and to all the participants. Thank you very much. If you want to ask anything, you can ask. It's your desire. So over to Dr. Arun Kumar Madhuappan and Dr. N. Rajan, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any queries,
Thank
you
you,
can
sir.
ask.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Happy Janmashtami.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
We
you, sir.
wish you all a very happy Janmashtami, very happy Gokulashtami. Thank you very much for joining the program today.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I thank
Thank you,
our
sir.
resource person, Professor Dr. Sanjay Singh, sir, for accepting the invitation and delivering the lecture on business model canvas. And thanks for his cooperation and valuable information and input given to us how to form a good business model. And thank you, sir. I thank our principal, sir, Dr. R. Sasikumar, and I thank our management for giving the opportunity to conduct such type of programs under Institution Innovation Council of PMKVEC. I thank once again the resource person, Dr. Sanjay Singh, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks to everyone who have spared their valuable time. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Right, fine. Should I end the meeting now?
Okay, sir.
Yes.